Hello, friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Colleen. How are you guys doing today? I hope well. Today I am bringing to you a little project that I had in my mind. I haven't actually done it yet because I think on my channel I'm just going to kind of put stuff together on the fly. So this way we can troubleshoot together. I think that's a fun way to learn too. So some of my stuff will be like projects that I've done, and I'm just going to show you how to do them. But most of my stuff on my channel is going to be kind of design on the fly. Like I have a little bit of an idea, and I put the beads aside, but I'm really not sure how it's going to go. So I thought I would bring you all on the journey with me. Isn't that fun? We can go on the journey together. All right, friends. So I'm going to give you a little information on this. So recently, actually, I think it was a couple weeks ago. It's been sitting on my desk for a while, but Softflex had offered these. I think they were saying they were hospice care relief packages for the Ayler family. If you guys don't know, Sarah Ayler, who is, our Softflex queen, our beautiful Softflex queen, recently lost her husband to some very aggressive brain cancer. And it's just so sad and devastating. And I just send so much of my love out to her and her family. I cannot imagine what they're going through. And I just, keep them in your prayers, guys. But I will tell you, Softflex had made these little bundles. They long since sold out. I believe they sold out within a couple hours after launching them. But there is ways that you can help out Sarah and her family over on the Caring Bridge website. I was supposed to look at that before I started this video to see if I could post the link, but I will check and I will check if there's a link, and if there's a link I will post it in the video description so you guys can go over there. And her GoFundMe is over there, and there's all kinds of programs that she selected that would help her and her family out the most. So if you guys want to go over and donate to the Ayler family, anything, no donation is too little, guys. What they're going through right now, I can't even imagine. So big love out to Sarah and her family. So Softflex had put together this little bundle, and so we got some wire. And this is in the turquoise color, which is gorgeous. Now, I don't know if everybody got the same color. I think you guys probably did. I know Joni got the same color as I did. She also got these. So I think probably most of the kits were the same. And they also included 2 bead buddies, which I was so excited because my bead buddies are kind of like old school bead buddies. They don't have the knobbies. They have this, which is fine too, but I've never had these little fancy knobby ones, so I'm excited about that. And then I think this was it that was in the bag. I don't think I left anything out. I'm not sure. So these are the beads that they sent us. So starting, we have this gorgeous focal, and this is like a mother of pearl shell type focal type. It is a mother of shell pearl. It's got these beautiful colors, and then we have these, which look to be like jet glass. I don't really know what that color is. It's almost like a stone color. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me get the white dish. Let me blow out the cat hair out of the white dish first. I probably should have cleaned this out. Gross. No one said cats were not messy. Oh, I dropped one. So I don't know. Let me put the light in there a little more. I don't really know what that color is. It's like almost a stony color. It's a bunch of different colors. Really pretty though. It almost looks like gemstones. All right, let me fix this. Sorry, shaking the table. I just want to fix my light a little bit. Okay. And we also got these stars, which look to be like Millefiori glass. Those are so cute. Look at that one with the green, with the little green. Oh, those are so cute. Let's see if this will help. Ooh, this is what happens when I go to make videos. I get distracted by the beads. Okay, let's go through this quickly. There's this fun key, which I don't think I'm going to use today. I'm going to put that aside for something else. There are some of these like kind of turquoisey, almost like sea green, sort of. More of a sea green, I would think, or a light turquoise. Some of those. And then we have some of these yellow seed beads. These look to be like a 6-0. I'm not great with seed beads. It might be an 8-0. It's one of the O's, I know that. Okay, so that's, and then we also got these really cute, and I thought this was very poetic. Um, we got a ribbon for cancer awareness, and then we also got the little heart with the wings, which makes me almost want to cry right now, knowing that unfortunately Mr. Joshua lost his fight, but he didn't, right? He lost that fight, but you know, he's not in pain anymore, so you try to think of the positive things. It's really hard in these types of situations, but again, so much love, guys. So much love to you and your family, Miss Sarah. I don't want to get emotional. I'm a really empathetic type person, and it doesn't. I just get emotional because, you know, it's just a sad situation. So from my stash, I've brought in some cat hair that's completely free and optional. I brought in some size 11 Tohos in this beautiful like sea foamy color. Actually, what do they call this? They call this Ceylon celery, and I just thought it was, oh my god, look how it picks up that green in here. But I thought we would do a fun little a bale type application with these. And also, now I don't know if I'm going to be using all this stuff, guys, but these are coordinating beads that I brought in from my stash. I did bring in some blue goldstone. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the blue goldstone, but I thought it would pick up this navy a little bit. But it might be a little too heavy, I think, for this design. We'll see. I also have the small goldstone, so I have several different sizes to play with. And then I brought these in because I just thought these were so pretty. These are like a very like opalescent type greenish. Oh my god, where's the dish? You have to see. Hopefully they glow, because they were glowing in my hand. They just like have this translucent opalness to them. Oh, I could just play with that all day. So yeah, so we have those. Oh, and by the way, huge shout out to Becky Foster. If she happens to be watching, I don't know if she's subscribed, but this board was Becky's. She had put something out about, and I've been looking at this board for a while because I follow Becky pretty religiously, and I love her board. And she had put a post out. Excuse me, friends, dry spot. She had put a post out that these boards were on sale. So I got this board for $12.99. I don't know if it's still on sale. This was about, I think, 2 weeks ago. But if you guys go over to Amazon and you look up the Hobby Worker, this one, Hobby Worker, they might still be on sale. I was a little salty because it was supposed to come with a free scoop, and mine did not have the free scoop, but that's okay because I went to Michael's and I bought my own free scoop. No problems. It happens. All right. And I also brought in these cool, just to bring a little extra life. Oh, and there they go. I brought in these lovely orangey, duo-ish check glass Drux. I think these are like a 4mm. So we brought some of those in, and we can just drop them here. And I know that's not visually pleasing, but it is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to pause real quick and fix this situation, and we'll be right back. All right, friends, we're back. And just a heads up, I'm very new at this and I'm not very good with technology. So my editing skills basically consist of pausing the video and then hitting record again. But hopefully in, you know, a couple months or 7 years, I'll be better. But for now, that's my editing process. That's why I love the Homestrung videos, because Mr. Steve does the editing and he does an amazing job. All right, friends. So we are going to, I don't know, we're going to make a necklace, obviously. This is a beautiful pendant, but I want to make it fairly short. So I feel like I'm going to cut, and I always cut more, and you can always work off of the spool too, which I do sometimes, but I feel like I don't want to now because I think it might be tricky to hold on to everything. And like I said, I'm new at this. So let's see, that's 12. Plus you have to keep in mind a couple inches for crimping. Yeah, so let's go with about 22 inches of wire. Actually, we'll go 23, make it a little bit. I'm so sorry I keep hitting that. I have this desk for filming, and it has this little part that sticks out on the side, which is great for some things, but I keep knocking my big Polish arm, my big stocky Polish arms into it and creating a seasickness for you guys. Okay. And this, let's see, that is about 23 inches. Like I said, you probably won't need this much for this. I should say, I probably won't need this much for this. I want to keep it about 18 inches, but I like to have a little extra just in case, because you never know. So what I had thought to do, and I checked these 11 O's and they do fit through this hole. So what I had thought to do was load a couple of these on there. I can try to do it this fancy way, but I see everybody, all the cool kids do it this way. But I'm not dexterous, that dexterous, and I'm not a seed beater, so I don't really do this on a normal, like I pretty much use seed beads as spacers and for fun little applications like this, or like button loops, until I start learning how to, oh, since we have them, let's put a little stopper on this end. Let's do that before I start cussing because I lose all my beads. That's how bead stoppers work. Basically, you just scrunched them open and you do that. I like to keep it towards the end though, just in case it mars the wire a little bit. It won't matter because that's gonna be excess anyway. So we have 4 on here. I think I did measure this part of the design, and I think I needed 10 of these. So 5. Look, I'm holding it all wrong. You have to hold it like a needle. 5. And count at the same time and get into hole. 5, 6. I know there's easier ways to do this. 7, 8. I don't know if you heard that. That's a cat jumping on my chair. 9. And if the music's too loud, guys, I apologize. But my anxiety set up where the music really helps me out. All right. So we have 10. And I try to keep it not too loud so it's not distracting. It doesn't look like 10, does it? They say that's 10, though. Maybe it wasn't. Let's put a couple more on. How about we do 15? I think 15 sounds good. 10, 11. I wish I could just go in here and pick them all up at one time. I'm sure you can. I know Danielle Wicks probably can. She's a genius. She could pick all these up in one fell swoop. One fell swoop, rather. Not one fail swoop. I'm the fail swooper. She's the fell swooper. She gets it all done. Yeah. Okay. How many is that? 4. Okay. One more of these gorgeous, lustery. I don't even know if I'm on camera. Okay. So we're going to bring these down into the center. And so what my theory is that we are going to form a loop. This is going to be like a kind of an interesting bail, sort of. And like I said, the 11 O's, I tried this before and they did fit. I don't know why that one's not fitting. I mean, they're pretty uniform. Let's take this guy. Oh, so sorry. That was Bobo. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's try. Oh, look, I thought it was stuck in there. Oh, there is. That's why they're not going through. There's a seed bead stuck in there. Ugh. How do we manage this? There's a seed bead stuck in there. And there it goes. It is the same color, so I didn't really notice it. Okay. Yeah, it happens. So we had 9 on there. Let's just put one more on there because that's how many. Okay. Oh, we had 15. That's right. Keep it together, Call. I'm just, you guys are keeping count. You know what I'm doing. All right. So let's try this again. I can't believe the little seed bead got stuck in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those stars or not. So you want to bring your wires center, bring them up here, center this out. So this is the center of our necklace. This is what we're working on. And like I said, in my example, the beads went through there. I don't know what's going on now. Now they're not going through. Try to make our loop here and keep the beads tight because you don't want, you kind of want your pendant to float on these beads if it will. You don't want it to be on the wire. And maybe that's why it looked that way. Because maybe it was on the wire in my example. Well, I don't know if this is going to work now. But that was my plan. But these, it's not. It's only going through some of them. And I thought these Tohos were supposed to be pretty uniform. But I don't know. It's not working the way it was yesterday. So we might have to skip this part. unless we can get these beads to go through there, and they're not all going through because apparently they're not all the same size. Well, poopy, what did I say these were? 11s? Let me see if I can go find a 15 in a similar color. Give me a second. Oh, I am okay. I didn't know if I was recording. Oh, I am recording. Okay, friends, I have remedied the situation. I was going to forego the seed beads, but I'm the kind of person that once I have a design in my head, I have to see it, right? I have to see it to fruition. So this is why I think it's a cool idea to kind of do these more on the fly projects so we can problem solve together. Now, you could use a 15-0 and that would work great in this application. Unfortunately, I'm very, like I said, I'm not a seed beater, so I'm a little limited on my 15-0s, and especially in this colorway. I think I had like 2 or 3 tubes and they were all not matchy at all. I did have some orange, but I thought they were 15-0s, but they were actually bigger than the 11s, so I'm not sure what they were. Okay. So, and watch, guys, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So you're going to put your pendant on. Well, first you want to make sure you bring your wires together. So we'll find the middle together. And then see how that just went right through? Look at that. See how that just kind of, so what I did was I just sat here and I meticulously, because apparently not all Tohos are created equal. I was not aware. And this is 15, by the way, that make a loop this size. And see how that just kind of travels? What is this cat doing? Oh my God, there's something on my roof right now. I think it's a squirrel. Oh, what is that? We live in the woods, guys, practically. We live in a little trailer in the woods, and there's definitely an animal on top of my roof making noises. It happens a lot, but see how that just slides on there nice? That's 15. You can do a couple less, couple more if you want, but that's what we're going to go with. So now we're going to go ahead and we can take this little bead buddy off. And we are going to bring this together, like I said, and we're going to get a little crimp tube, which I should have put out and I didn't. Now, guys, I use the magical crimping pliers because I don't crimp cover, and I just think with these, you really shouldn't have to. Let's do silver. I think silver will. I think we're going to do silver with our metal. We'll look really pretty with this. So let's get out a couple crimp tubes. I always put out a couple extra just in case, because these are not the Softflex ones. The Softflex ones are usually pristine and the best in my opinion. The bead-along ones are good too. And guys, just a little FYI, you can use the bead-along crimps too. I know they say you can't, but you can. This will make the bead-along crimps into a ball as well, as long as you get the 2x2s. So, where's the 2x3? I think it's the 2x2. So anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to bring our crimp tube on. But like I was saying, these are from the Beadsmith, which I got no problems with the Beadsmith. They're a lot cheaper, but I don't think their crimp tubes are as pristine as Softflex's crimp tubes. You're going to put this on both wires. Sometimes the Beadsmith ones have a little extra metal in them, and you have to just kind of, deal with it. That one looks a little thick. Sometimes they're a little thicker, but sometimes you might have to put them in one at a time. Hold on. Sorry, my husband was asking me a question. So I did get this. So we get your crimp tube on both wires. Like I said, I use these Beadsmith ones just because they're a lot cheaper and you get a lot more. Bring it all the way down to the bottom of that loop. Make sure the beads are together. You don't want your pendant to fall in between a crack, because then it just won't flow nice. You kind of want this to be able to have some movement. Now, here's the tricky part. Because these wires, we're going to crimp it here, but we want our wires to go this way because we're making a necklace. And if we crimp like this, it's going to want to twist, right? So what I do to remedy this is I bring the wires apart as far as I can. And you also got to kind of hold this pendant. I know it's a lot and we only have 2 hands, but sometimes you have to pretend like you're an octopus in jewelry making. That's the way it goes. So try to bring those. Sometimes you can fold them down here to keep them out of the way, but you want to make sure that they're going out directions like this, because you kind of You want that. You want that to happen, but you also want to keep this straight. So let's put our, so these are the magical crimping pliers. As you can see, they have this little concave area that makes the little ball. So after you get your octopus hands together, we're just, this is so awkward to do on film. Let's bring it to the front. Okay. So you're going to want to put your, the crimp right there in that, but you also want to make sure you're not, because we are close to seed beads. Pull all this down. We're holding this a stringing wire like this. We're holding this down and we're holding this pendant straight. Now, hopefully, apply the pressure. You're supposed to get a ravioli. Oh, sorry, guys. See the little square guy? I got a little close with him, but that's okay. I did not crack any beads. So then you're going to want to put your pliers back in on the side, smush down again. Now you're just going to want to go around, and you can keep the pliers on the bead at all the times, or you can take it off and go around, but you just want to go around in little circles. Crimping, crimping, crimping in little circles. And then eventually you will get, oh, sorry. Eventually you will get this little ball shape, if you can see that. I don't know how well my camera focuses. And if you did it with the tension, now see how our wires are going to go off to the side like they should. And this is centered in the middle. If you kind of let it crimp the way it wants to crimp, this will want to twist a little, and these, just the nature of the wire, because you have to get the wire next to each other in order to do that, but you want to keep that straight. But hey, listen, if it does turn a little bit, that's okay, because it's going to be up against your skin. So I don't really think you're going to really feel that too much. So what I want to do here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use the stars. I was thinking I was going to save them for a different project. I'm just going to put a couple of these little seed beads on just to keep that continuity. And also, you don't want to put anything real bulky there, I think, right after that. So I'm going to do 3. Guys, I do a lot of things in 3. It's kind of my number, and I'm a little OCD. So when in doubt, I always count to 3. So you're going to put 3 of these little guys on here. If I am out of focus, I apologize. I'm trying to focus more on the jewelry making, and because I don't know. I want to do the right things, so I think I'm going to focus on the jewelry making. And sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself, and I forget that I have a captive audience. So there we just have that. See how it just brings that little, just those couple kind of bring that design in. And so now we can start adding some more beads. And I was thinking about doing a couple of these yellow ones, but now I'm really thinking I want to do these stars. But I really, look how pretty the green ones are. I think the green ones will look pretty, but I also have yellow in this pendant. So maybe we bring the yellow ones in. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's see what we like. And usually these stars, there we go. I'm looking for the butt end of the star. Oh, sorry. I'm looking for the butt end of the star because I want that to kind of sit. Now, do we like that? I don't know if I like the stars in this project. I was thinking about doing earrings or a bracelet with the stars. I just don't know if it flows with this. I'm also a little, you know, anal retentive about my designs. I'm trying to turn my fan back on. I have this little battery powered fan, and it's hot as, no, it doesn't want to go back on. Okay, no problem. We'll just sweat it. We'll sweat through it. Okay. So I think what I want to do is maybe add some of these yellow ones. I think that's a good idea. At least one. And maybe I will use these yellow ones as kind of, oh, they're so pretty. Maybe a spacer type deal. I don't know. Well, let's do a couple of the yellow ones. So let's do like 3. This is so fun. Usually I'm so used to designing by myself. It's kind of fun to have company, right? And we can put these aside too. So I'm going to 2 more of these, and I'm pretty sure these are like a 6/0. They're pretty thick, and I don't have problems picking them up. So that tells me that they're a 6/0. Oh, that's pretty. So now I feel like let's add, do we want to start adding our bigger beads now, or do we want to maybe do one of these tubes? These tubes are a little uneven. That's pretty. I didn't bring any metal spacers over here because sometimes I love spacers, but sometimes I think they make stuff look a little heavy. And I want this to be a really light, airy type necklace. All right, so do we like that? I don't know if I love those. I might want to save these to go with the stars for the bracelet that I will not be making on film, because this is probably going to take me forever to decide this. Yeah, let's just start with maybe a bigger bead. So maybe we start with one of these fun opal beads. Now these might be too big. Oh, that's beautiful. No, we'll keep that. Or do we want to do one of these stars? Or do we, one of these stars? One of these blue goldstones. I don't know if that adds too much. It really does bring this blue in though, doesn't it? Decisions. I'm not sure. I think I kind of want to keep it lighter. I think we might keep the dark beads out of it. All right, so let's do 2 of those, and maybe we'll do this pattern. We'll do 3 more of these, do you think? I do want to use up most of these yellow beads because I think it's pretty, and yellow is not my favorite color, so I kind of want to use them up. I know that sounds awful. I don't know about that one. He looks like he's having a party by himself. He's doing his own thing. All right, so let's see. Oh, that's cute. I love it. All right, now let's bring in some orange. Let's bring in some of this orange. I love these orange beads. I think these might have came out of a subscription box a long time ago. Either Sam or I think Bargain Bee box. But these are real pretty. How many do we want to bring down? Let's do, I guess we'll do the 3. What do you think? And then maybe another blue one. Oh, maybe that's a good pattern. Look at that. Right? And then 3 yellow. Or do you think that's, oh, I forgot about these guys. Ooh, darn it. I don't really think they match. I think I'm going to save them. What do you think, guys? You think that's too simple? I don't care. I'm okay for simple, because I'm actually going to shoot another video right after this, which is blowing my mind. And I'm going to open the Bargain Bee box, and I'm also going to make a project with the Bargain Bee box. So, whatever, bro. That's all right. You can go over here. Look, these 2 can have a party over here. So this way, oh no, he almost fell off the desk. So this way they can hang out together, because no bead should be left alone. And then I'll just throw them into bead soup, because I hate throwing beads away. I know he's broken, but that's not his fault. Aren't we all? Isn't that expression even broken crowns color? Right? Come on. Save the beads. Save the beads. All right, let's do this side. So we need 6. Yeah. I'm a little weird that way. I don't know. Some might say I'm a hoarder. And I'm okay with that. I come from a long line of distinguished hoarders. And even professional, some of us. We take our hoarding seriously. What is going on with the hole? Oh my God, now it's a party of 3. I don't know. I think sometimes when these beads come in a bag and not on a strand, they don't get quality checked. They just get thrown in a bag. All right. Oh, that one's really pretty. Oh my. Okay. I love this. I might actually keep it. Actually, I think I am going to keep it. Because it's just going to, it's going to keep me, it's going to remind me to stay grateful for what I have, because sometimes in life we are so apt to just, take things for granted. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. Let's try. I think I'm just going to go with this pattern because I really like it. And it's beautiful. It'll go with a lot of things. And listen, jewelry doesn't have to be every single bead in your stash. It doesn't have to be, so perfect. It can be however you're feeling at that moment. And right now, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this is beautiful and it's simple and it's bright and it's cheerful, but yet it does have a little bit of somberness to it. So I feel like it's just perfect, right? For what the project is, you know, memorializing, if you will. Um, I don't know, I like it. And when I wear it, I will think of beautiful Sarah and her strength and the strength that Mr. Joshua had through his fight. And guys, they also have a couple small kids, like 3 small children, and God, it just breaks my heart, you know? It just really does. I don't like. I just wish they would come up for cures for cancer, and just like it's ridiculous at this point why we don't have cures for these things. I mean, I know cancer. Listen, cancer is aggressive, and it will, if it wants to come, it will find a way. I've lost several people in my life: my mother, my grandmother, um, other family members who meant a lot to me to cancer. And it's absolutely just a devastating, devastating disease. And am I doing this right? Yeah. And so I like to do whatever I can. I mean, this kit was only like $14.99, I think. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but every little bit helps, you know. And I just applaud Softflex for really taking care of their people. They're an amazing company over there. I love their bead string and wire. It's probably my favorite. I love Beadalon too, but Softflex has all those beautiful colors, right? And my cat is losing his mind on the back of my chair. All right, so I know Sarah was saying in one of her journal entries on the Caring Bridge that you know, she was saving up money to take the kids to Disney, which I think is amazing. Oh my gosh, friends, welcome to part 2. I'm so sorry about that. I had edited my video and put it on pause because my husband came in to make sure I had a drink, which he's so amazing. And I guess it timed out too long, and I don't know how to splice them together. So maybe I'll figure it out, and maybe I won't. Maybe this will be 2 parts. But something does look different, doesn't it? So while I was on my mini sabbatical, and my husband, I asked what his idea is, because I do ask him a lot of times. My husband is also an artist, so to speak. He designs BMX bikes and restores them, so he does have some artistic acumen about him. And oh, he brought me, what is that? That's fruity. I'm not sure, but he said try this, see if we like it. And so I put in the blue goldstone. And I kind of like the contrast of it, right? And it's blue goldstone, so you can't really, it's so sparkly. Can you see the little millions of glitter sparkle balls in there? It's like a whole little galaxy. And it just kind of made me think like it's like a little galaxy full of sparkly wishes, right? And I think that would be perfect since we all wish to, you know, eradicate bad things in the life. So this can stand for all of our wishes, and I actually kind of like it. And like I said, guys, it's my necklace, so I think I'm going to keep it that way. But I did do some beading off camera. I apologize to get to this point. So I only have 2 more, unfortunately. I have 3, but there's 2 sides, and 3 is an odd number, obviously. So I can only do 1 more of these patterns. And then we'll have to just finish the rest out with the gold, with the yellow and the orange beads. Yeah, I do. Sometimes my husband has good ideas. Sometimes he tells me things. Like he told me one time one of my necklaces looked like it had a goatee and that I should probably change it. I have a thing for dangles. And I have not changed it yet because I disagree with his opinion. I don't think it looks like what he says it looks like. But hey, listen, this is why we have partners in our life, right? Keep us humble. That one's non-sparkly. I don't want the non-sparkly one. I want ones with lots of sparkle. Because this necklace deserves no less than all the sparkle. Okay, we're doing yellow. And we still have a ton of these yellow beads. So that's probably actually how I'll finish up the length. Is with the yellow beads. Because I kind of want to use them up. Okay, we'll do our last opal. I haven't tried to fit it yet, so I don't know. But you know, I don't like the larger beads to be in the back anyway. I think they're kind of a waste of a bead. I do sometimes will put larger beads back there just if it's a continuity issue. But I prefer not to put the really big beads in the back of the necklace because you don't really see them and I feel like it's a waste. So I like to put, you know, the smaller beads to make up the length. So let me try this on and see how we're doing. I don't like necklaces really short because I have an issue with things being around my neck. I don't wear a lot of necklaces. Okay. So let's see. We'll probably need about a good another good 6 inches, maybe not quite 6 inches. Maybe when I say 6 inches, I mean like 3 on each side. I don't mean 6 inches on each side. That would be crazy. Let's try about 2 more inches on each side. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not sure if I'm going to add any more of the, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to add more of the blue goldstone or if I'm just going to do these smaller ones. The blue goldstone, I think those look like 6 mil. Actually, it might be 8. Well, these are 4. I'm not sure, but they're not terribly big. So let's see. Do we want to do a goldstone pattern since we don't have... Oh, look, cat hair. Isn't it wonderful? Where's your hole, little buddy? All right. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? I kind of like it. Let's just do that. Let's look for these real orangey ones. Some of these don't have much orange in them, which is okay. Like this one doesn't have a whole lot of orange in it, but it's okay because it gives you that kind of like, not everything has to be the same kind of look, you know? Not everything has to be so matchy-matchy. This almost matches my nails. Okay. So let's see. Do we like that? I think that's nice. Now, the question is, do I want to start with the yellow? Or do I want to do another, like, follow this? I think I'm going to jump into the yellow, to be honest with you. Because I think that's going to make it visually interesting. I am really kind of a pattern maker. I love to make patterns. And I do some asymmetrical jewelry, and I love the asymmetrical look, but for me as a designer, it's a challenge for me to not follow a pattern, for me to go like all helter-skelter, Harry-Carry, and just go off, you know, the res. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I don't do good with that. So let's add another blue goldstone. I do good with patterns and structure. I'm not a very structured person in real life. Some of you are like, no, really? Yeah, really. But in jewelry making, I'm different. I'm more structured and I like things to be a certain way. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I try to be a little more relaxed and not try to be so, this has to be a certain way oriented, but I'm also, you know, I know my own limitations. All right, let's try this on now. Oh, I think we're close. So I am just going to add, I think I'm not going to add any more of the blue goldstone, and I think I'm just going to finish out with the yellow and the orange. Okay, 3 of those. And 3 of these. And I kind of like to do like, some people will just do, and it really depends on the design for me, but a lot of people will do like one side. They'll make up one side and then they'll do the other side. I kind of like to go back and forth. Oh my God. He says no. Okay, well, I'm going to respect his wishes. He said he doesn't want to be a part of that. All right. Okay, so by the time we're going to add, usually crimping adds another inch and a half, sometimes 2 inches onto your necklaces. So I don't want to add any more beads. I think I'm happy with that. I think we can go ahead and crimp now. Yeah. Let me see how long this is. Oh, Bobo knocked my ruler off the table. That's what fell down. Hold on 1 second, please. All right, I got it off the floor. And let's put a bead buddy on this side. Actually, let's put 2 bead buddies just in case. because Softflex gave them to us, and I don't want to waste them, and I also don't want to have to do this all over again. All right, so now let's measure our length here and see what we got. Yeah, so that's not quite 9 inches. So by the time we crimp it and all that, we will have, might be a little over 18 inches, but it'll be under 20 inches for sure, probably. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not good with math either. I'm just kind of a let's see how it goes person. All right, so, oh, and in the beginning, I think, did I take, yeah, I did. I took out enough crimps because you are going to need, actually, you're going to need 3 because I forgot about this dude here. So let me just grab a couple more. Like I said, sometimes you have to sort through these. You know, make sure you get one that doesn't have any funky stuff in it. And these Beadsmith crimps, I think you get like 100 of each color. There's 4 colors. I think you get 500 altogether. So I think you get 125 of each color in the pack. And so if you get a couple that aren't great, I mean, you know. Right. So, and I am not going to use, yeah, I'm not going to use, what do you call them? Wire Guardians. I do use Wire Guardians for some of my stuff, but I don't like them personally for my stuff because I find that they can be scratchy and pokey. So I don't use them for my projects. So you're going to put your crimp tube on, and then you're going to put your beading wire. Now, I do like to go through the first bead. If you can go through that first bead. The only thing I do like about crimp covers is it helps keep your, you know, measurements good, because that part is helpful, but we're going to make a little bit smaller loop there. Okay. We're going to go down here, and we're going to make sure that this is not all, you know, kinked up, because sometimes that can happen, not in a good way. And we want our necklace, and you can loosen this up a little bit if you find that it's a little too stiff. And also maybe that's a little too small, because when I crimp, that is going to make that loop a little bit smaller. Okay, just slightly. And that's really nice movement. But you also don't want gaps, and we don't see any gaps here. That looks really nice, and it flows really nice. So I've seen some people like curl them up and then crimp them, which is also a great idea. I'm just a creature of habit, and this is how I always do it. So I always kind of bring everything down and then do the flex test, and then decide if I need to tighten it up or whatever. So now why I like to bring this through the first bead is because if you don't, and you just bring it through the crimp tube, it's hard to hold on to that and get your pliers in there at the same time and make a really nice crimp. So that's why I like to kind of get, so this way I can hold it down here, and I'm not fighting with my fingers, right? I'm not fighting with my fingers to get this crimp done. And so, yeah, okay. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to bring our pliers in. Again, we're going to nestle. We're going to nestle, and make sure that's nestled in there, because you can get this off-centered, and then you won't have a ravioli. You'll have some kind of weird shape. And then you won't be able to save it, and then it's a mess. So make sure that's nestled in there really nice. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it would help if I put it on camera. Okay, then we're going to squeeze, and then that's going to create our ravioli box shape. And then we're going to come in sideways, and we're going to fit that back in that little notch. Make sure that's in there the way it should be. It's all centered. Squeeze again, and then we're just going to go around. Sometimes it'll get stuck in there. That's okay. Just pull it out, and we're going to go around. Make sure it's always in that hole, and then just go around and kind of, you know, you can take it out, put it back in different places, take a look at it. Maybe it needs a little bit of here, you know, and then you have this little ball. And no crimp covers were hurt in the process, so that's always good. So now when I cut, hold this up, and you're going to pull your cutters down all the way down, and I like to pull this wire a little taut so you get a nice cut. Okay, that's side one, uno numero. And if you are going to attach, you can, I'm just going to put jump rings on here, but if you want to put some like solid jump rings without the split, what do you call them? Closed. If you want to put a closed jump ring on there, make sure you slide that on there before you crimp, because once you crimp, that's it. She's done. She's done. And see, I do have a lot of wire left over, but And I do sometimes save these little scraps because if you do illusion necklaces and you want to use the crimps as like illusions to keep the beads in place, but you only have one strand of bead stringing wire, keep these scraps because these are going to be your little dummy wires. So when you're making that crimp, you need 2 strands of bead stringing wire. You're going to slide your little dummy wire in there, do the crimps, and then cut the rest of it. So you won't even know that there was 2 wires in there, and your necklace will still look like it's floating. So pro tip, pro tip. All right, let's work on this side of the necklace. I'm gonna put our crimp tube on. Sometimes some of these look smaller, like, but maybe it's just my eyeballs because they look the same. That one's got a little metal in it. Okay. Slide that on. We're gonna go ahead and insert this end, and then we're going to put it in the first bead. Some people, if you want to put it through a couple beads, if you feel like that makes it more secure, that is absolutely positively your choice. Your jewelry, your rules, right? And don't let anybody say, oh no, it does. If it makes you feel better and it makes you feel like your jewelry is more secure, do it, right? Do it. Nobody, there's no rules. Like, yeah, I mean, there's some rules, I guess, but pick and choose your battles. It's much like parenthood. I feel like I parent these beads. Pick your battles. Like, some battles are necessary and some battles just really aren't. And that's one of them I feel like is not necessary. If that's how you want to crimp, crimp. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you do you, boo. Don't let nobody else tell you what to do. This is your world. All right. So this is all nice and unkinky. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to nestle, like I said. And sometimes when you do this part, it might loosen things up a little. You can just pull it back down and readjust. And we also want to make sure that our loops, now remember, this loop is going to get a little bit smaller when I crimp down on those pliers. So I think that's about good. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. See how that smushes down a little bit? But I think they're pretty good size. I think they're very complementary. They're definitely sisters. They might not be twins, but they're definitely sisters. All right. So let's find the square end of our ravioli and stick it back into pliers. So I distracted myself by pulling it out, and sometimes I shouldn't do that. Sometimes it's hard to get it back in there. Okay. Sometimes you have to pull back. And this bead string wire does have a little bit of give to it, so you can do that and then be all right. Your beads will just bounce right back. I'm just trying to make sure I center it because I don't want to have to restring this necklace. And that's what happens when you make a bad crimp. And guys, listen, I make plenty of mistakes. I'm a fallible human being. And so it looks good. And so, yeah, I make mistakes and I hate restringing. This is why... And also, I don't have the budget for the stringing wire, but this is why I kind of want to do these design on the fly projects, because of those reasons. Okay, we're going to hold this bead wire tight, do the little cut, and yeah. And so there we go. So far, there's our necklace. I like how it makes that little noise. I'm such an ASMR person. I love sounds. Right, so now we just have to finish it off. And also, guys, I thought since this little charm came with it, and also, you know, it looks pretty even, right? This side looks a little, oh, probably because just trying to make sure they're about the same length, and they look really good. So I think I'm going to put this on the clasp area just as a reminder to me, you know, to value every day and to not take anything for granted and to really see all the beautiful things in life, because life is not forever. And you know, it's good to just kind of go through and pick out and remember the good parts, right? And this is going to be a good part because it's one of my first videos with you guys, and it was for a good cause, and it's you know, just one of those things. Okay. Take out a little lobster and some jump rings. And I think I'm going to do this. I got these little 5mm here. I think I'm going to do 1 5mm for the, is that silver or gunmetal? I guess that's silver. This is definitely silver. I'm going to do a 5mm for the claspy. And then I'm going to do, just because I have fat fingers, I'm going to do an 8mm for, so this way I'm not fighting myself when I'm putting this necklace on. And also, guys, the clasp and all, so this will probably be about 20 inches now that I'm adding all this, but it's okay. I don't mind. Like I said, I don't really like real short necklaces, but I didn't want this really long because I think this would look really pretty closer up to the neck. You know, so yeah. So we're gonna flip this over. Now guys, if it doesn't matter to you which side goes on what, I kind of like to do this backwards, and I like my clasp to go on this side because I'm right-handed. So I feel like I'm more dexterous with this hand, so that's the better hand to put the clasp on. Let me just grab some tools. And usually for my tools, I like to do, these are the chain nose, and then these are the bent chain nose. And I really like the bent chain nose for opening and closing jump rings. Okay, so you can take your jump ring. Now I will open it with this side. And what you do is you want to do side to side. You never want to open them this way. You never want to pull them apart because you're never going to get them back. And you only want to move one of your pliers, right? This one stays steady. This one, you do the turn and it opens it. You're going to put this on your loop. Now you want to make sure that your clasp is going the right way because you don't want it to go the other way. And now I will use the pointy part of these to close my jump ring. And again, now I'm moving this hand, and you can move either hand, whatever's more comfortable. And I don't know if you can see that gap, but you just want to make sure, settle that in. I will also do a little squeeze. And then if I'm not completely satisfied, like there's no gap there, but there's just a little tiny prickiness there, I just want to go ahead, and you don't have to do this. I'm really, like, if this part is not smooth for me, then it's no good. That's just me. So then this is going to be our other one. Now see, I'll open. It's weird that I open them with this hand and then close them with this hand. It's crazy. And then I'm also going to add our little charm. So I always have this reminder that, you know, to live a fuller life, because you never know when it's going to not be here. And I'll close that. Oh, and that's perfect. So I don't even have to do the, guys, I use the stainless steel jump rings. These are 18 gauge, I think. Yeah, I put them on there. These are the 18 gauge, the 8 mils, and the 5 and the 6 I have, all in 18 gauge. I love these 18 gauge jump rings. I got them from Bargain Bee Box. They don't have any right now. I actually went looking yesterday, and they don't have any more. So when they get them again, you know your girl's gonna be ordering them. All right, guys, so there is our necklace. And I would turn you guys around to show you what it looks like, but I don't look great today. And also, I don't know about my camera capability. So there you go. Let me see if I can pull this back just a little bit. And there's our necklace. There's our necklace with our little charm. And yeah, so I hope you had fun with this. I'm going to see if I can put these videos together, or if not, it might be in a two-parter. Guys, I really apologize for that. I'm going to learn some editing skills hopefully soon. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys had fun, and I would love to see, I do have a Facebook group I will post in the description box if you guys want to join my I don't know, is it a group or a page? You know what, never mind, it's a page. Maybe I should make a group, so if you guys, you know, you can post stuff in there. But I don't think we're going to make a group just yet. I think we're just going to work on, you know, basic editing skills. But yeah, okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and do something kind for yourself. Okay, bye.